My name is Dr. Stephanie Garrett, and I am going to be your professor this semester for U.S. history from Columbus through the end of the Civil War. I have been teaching history for almost 20 years now. I am the resident history nerd. I go on history vacations, I read history books for fun, and be careful how many questions you ask me about history because you always get far more than you ever cared to hear about. I'm looking very forward to having you with me this semester. So let's get started. First off, I want to talk to you about the syllabus and how that lays out for you. So I'm going to minimize my screen here. And this you will find on Blackboard. And it gives you all the pertinent information about the semester. It's got my email address here. It's got how to contact me, and this right here is really, really important. This is a Remind 101, and it is a text messaging type of service where I can send out class-wide text for things like, class, reminding you about an upcoming quiz or an upcoming test, or if you need to get in touch with me and ask me a question, it's probably one of the faster ways to get a hold of me. So to get into Remind 101, all you have to do is open up a new text message, and the phone number you're going to text is 81010, and the message is @GARRST 1301. And that would get you into the group. And so as soon as you have watched this video and you can get this done, that would really, really be helpful for you. All the rest of the important information is on here. Your course information is right down through here. And so that's all the first part of the syllabus. You go into the rest of the syllabus and you've got your course description and your learning outcomes, core objectives, all those basic things that the state of Texas and Mountain View College would like for you to know. The next section is your required course materials. You're going to need your basic stuff, your pens, paper, highlighters, stuff like that. Whiteout if you want to have whiteout. A computer text, where you can type papers and things is always good. But I will take things handwritten as well. But the important thing right here is your textbook. And I will, when I get over to showing you how Blackboard works, I will show you how to get into your textbook because it's there online for you. You don't have to check out a book or anything or buy a book. It's all right there. Dallas College has provided that for you. As you go further down, you're going to see how I'm going to grade things this semester. Participation and attendance is worth 20 points. Quizzes are 15. Papers are each worth 20. Your midterm is 20 points, and your final exam is 25 points. So this is the breakdown on how the grading system is going to work. Your typical final grade, how letter grades go along with number grades. This gives you that little area right here. And that's your typical basic, all colleges use this basic same system for the most part. Now, a little more detail on how you gain your grades. The participation and attendance grade, a lot of this will come out of the discussion forums. Showing up to class is always 95% of passing anything. But being able to discuss things, especially since this is an online class, is going to make it a whole lot easier for you to get that same experience that you would get if we were all sitting in the same room. So there's going to be 10 online discussion forums. It's not exactly one a week. You're going to have like one a week for the first 4 or 5 weeks. There's going to be a small break and then another one. But you'll have 10 over the 16-week period. And the assignment for this is to look at the question for that week, to put in a response of your own to that question stem, and then to look at what your other classmates have posted and reply to one of those in a academic level. I don't want to see, oh, you did a really great job there, good job, go on. I want to see where you have actually interacted with what they've had to say. So that's how you get the participation grade. There are also going to be 5 take-home quizzes that you're going to be able to do. So yes, you'll be able to use your notes for these. So, and you'll find when I get down here to the course line out, how those are going to be, spaced out and when those are going to happen. So you have your 5 take-home quizzes. You're going to have 2 full-length essay papers. I will be giving you the documents to use for these. These are going to be each 5-paragraph essays. So they're not going to be 5 or 10-page papers. They're going to be a couple of pages, maybe 3, depends on how much you want to put into it. But they're going to be based off of documents that I'm going to provide for you, so you're not going to have to do your own research. So there's going to be 2 of these spaced out across the semester. And then, of course, you're going to have a midterm exam halfway through the course, and then the final exam at the end of the course. So that's how I'm going to monitor your progress and be able to calculate your grade for this class. As you scroll on down, it's got other information about late work policy, makeup policy, all those different kinds of things. This kind of behavior may not really apply for this class at this point because it's going to be recorded lectures, and a lot of this is going to be done on your own time. As we get into the semester, we will talk more about how I can best help you, how we can maybe set up some Teams type of class meetings from time to time to go over, reviewing for the test or questions about the essays and stuff like that. Here are your institutional policies for Dallas College. They apply across the board to all college, to all the Dallas colleges. Now here is the schedule for the semester and what is due when. GML stands for the textbook. So I'm going to try and cover a chapter a week here. A couple of times there may be 2 chapters, but I'm going to try and give you the best information I can, hoping to have good visuals for you to see, as well as the lecture to go along with that. It also tells you when things are due. Of course, spring break is here. If there's ever a time at the last minute where there's going to be a class interruption or some sort, then I will try and make sure that I give you a heads up on that. And so that's the syllabus in a little bitty nutshell for you. Now, I'm also going to want to go over the way that Blackboard is lined out for you, so you know how to navigate the online system. Now, you may have already used Blackboard, you may be very familiar with it, but just in case, I want to make sure that I cover all my bases, especially for my particular class. And so, once again, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to move this over a little bit. And so, when you first go into our class on Blackboard, you are going to see a welcome message. I've also posted on there some extra credit opportunities that you can use throughout this one time through the semester if you need some extra credit. The syllabus is going to be located under the syllabus tab, and this is where you're going to find all the information that I just went over. Here is where you're going to find the lecture videos as they open. I try not to clutter up your life too much, so I'm only going to open them one at a time. I'm not going to go back and close the ones that are already open, but I'm not going to give you too far in advance so that you get overwhelmed with too much information. I have provided notes for you, so these are your note outlines for the different time periods that we're going to be talking about. I've also included, as we get there, short little videos and things like that to help extend the information and make it more tangible, so that you can encompass it in your head and it becomes something that you own instead of something that you just possess for a little while. So you're going to find all those kinds of things here. Here is where you're going to find your discussion journal when they open. Now, the very first thing that's going to open here is going to be a personal information type of tab that I want you to give me some background information about who you are and what you do in school and what kind, what's your favorite subject. Are you involved in any extracurricular stuff? That's what I want you to put in there. Just a way for us to get to know each other better. I'll also put one in there so you kind of see how that's all set up. And then you'll find your quizzes here when they open, your papers here. Here is how you access your textbook. You go here, and it gives you instructions on how to get into the textbook for that. And then right here is where you're going to find your exams when they open. And then here's other tools down here. So this is how you're going to get into Blackboard and how you're going to use this format to be able to get your grades and do your work and your assignments. If there's ever a glitch with anything that you're supposed to find over here, do not hesitate to send me either an email or a remind message and say, hey, Dr. Garrett, I can't get into this. Something's up. Can you see what's wrong? And I'll be more than happy to take a minute and hop in there and see if I can fix it for you. So anytime you have questions, feel free to ask. If you have a challenge with an assignment, always ask. I love teaching history, and I want to make this where it is not just a whole litany of a bunch of people that have been dead for centuries and you don't care about. I want it to be something that is interesting and is fun for you. So let me know what I can do to help. I am looking really forward to getting the semester started, and so I will see you at the next lecture. Bye.